Sultan of Sokoto warned Nigerians speaking against Islam Jihadists. What's your take on that?
Thank you so much. I like this topic so much because we have been speaking, hammering and harping on the fact that Sultan of Sokoto is playing religious game, in Nigeria. He doesn't want to turn it up that Islam is the problem that Nigeria began to have early 18th century with invasion of Ottoman Danfodio from Futajelo Highland with all his kings or clansmen. This time around, it is too obvious for us to understand the reason why the Hausa natives are neglected over the years in the north. Currently, emirs, local emirs, Saduanas, and all the Fulani Sarkis are from Fulani origin. That is, people that migrated from Senegambia, that is, let me say, Futajelo Highland, from where River Niger takes its course, are the one that are the great politicians we have in the north. They are the one that are the great emirs, the Sanusis and the Machidos. They are the one that are Osman Danfodio nephews and cousins. That is from the Caliphate of Sokoto, headed by the same Saduana of Sokoto. Do you see what he's saying? He's warning anybody that is talking against Islamist, radical Islamist, jihadists, people that are orchestrating and causing act of terrorism in the northern Nigeria. Saduana of Sokoto is warning you. If you say against that, Saduana is coming after you. But sir, I'm telling you, I'm an advocate of peace. Christianity is for peace. Christianity is God coming down to earth in the likeness of man. That's in the likeness of our Lord Jesus Christ. But you that is supporting anybody to kill, to arrest anybody that's speaking against Islam, jihadist, let me tell you, we have this for you. America and the other Western world, especially Israel, is trying to at least orchestrate serious war, sponsor it against terrorism, act of terrorism, activities of terrorists across the world. Let me tell you, Israeli Mossad, they are coming in their large numbers. See, if you are not in position to fight or address the issue of banditry in Nigeria, in the northeast, in the mid-north, I'm telling you that you've never started. Because that warning should be channeled to State of Israel and all its military forces. IDF, the almighty IDF, is fighting 7 countries against or among your so-called brothers, Hamas, Palestinian, Hezbollah, Lebanese, then Yemen. You know who they are? Is a country of terrorists. Israel is fighting them in their large number, 7 countries, and Jacob has succeeded on prevailing all of them. I hope you know whom I'm referring to, Jacob. Yakub, that is Israel. State of Israel was created in 1948. They were not there because they were scattered all over the world. But when the whole world was after, the reconciliation among the Europeans, that was after Hitler fought them. I think United Nations came out, with that belief that if Israel could go back to resettle in their land, there will be peace in the whole world. That's why immediately it was 1945, 46, 48. The whole Israel had to go back to their ancestry, the land that God has promised their ancestors. God of Abraham actually directed Abraham to that land where Palestinians are settling today. And Israel, being that God has blessed them, hating Esau, the Edomites, with passion, he gave them victory over the whole Palestinian. And when Egypt was overprovoked, with Egypt joy, God gave Israel victory over Egypt, Palestinians, and the other Arab countries. When they fought, again, they bounced back again in 1967, 68 to 1973. God gave Israel another victory. The whole 70s, the whole late 60s, the whole 70s, and the early 70s. The Israeli, they fought the whole Arabs and defeated them in such a way that United Nations had to put a call across. That was Yom Kippur War, to make peace between Israel and other Arab countries, so that Egypt and other Arab countries will never be a history today. And even Israel actually decided to make it a point of duty to render Egypt let me say, incapacitated, economically, socially, and otherwise, even physically, Egypt wouldn't have been there today. Israel would have occupied everywhere. Golan Heights, West Bank, Port Said, Alexandria, City of Alexandria, everywhere, even Cairo. But actually, they listened and understood the instruction from the whole League of Nations that is translated presently into United Nations Organization. They obeyed them, and the Yom Kippur War ended, and Israel carried the day again, which is why presently it doesn't remove Benjamin any iota of hair on his skin to fight 42 Arab states, and is going to prevail on them. He's prevailing right now when he struck Iran within a twinkle of an eye. Iran began to shout, panting, yelling that Israel is using voodoo. Yes, diabolic power. Not knowing that God of Israel is the head of all diabolic power. Not knowing that God of Israel is the head of principalities and powers. Not knowing that God of Israel controls witches and wizards. That's why before they could wake up, all their military generals, their military commanders, all their military bases in Iran were set ablaze, and everything turned into burning inferno. I'm telling you that time has come for Israel to actually refine themselves and prove themselves that God has actually chosen them all over the world. Sultan of Sokoto is just making a noise. Noise is a noisemaker because terrorists is banned by United States of America, which is why the United Nations is fighting hard to make sure that Al-Shabaab, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other terror platforms that are causing bloody mayhem across the planet at least could be brought to an abrupt end. Very, very sudden. All of them, there will be no more. So Sultan of Sokoto is supposed to go to United Nations Summit, stand up in the podium and address the world that if anybody talks about Islamism and jihadism, that person will be in trouble. That is a good announcement and definition of what Nigerian political system is. It's a country that is structured under Islam, structured under British selfish supremacism and imperialism, structured under powers of darkness, funded and manipulated by Nigerian politicians. So what I'm trying to say is that Sultan of Sokoto is entitled to his opinion, but he's not going to make it a very, very widely celebrated opinion, because if he does, the whole world, especially the Western world, led by America or Israel, is coming after what Sokoto Caliphate. Sokoto Caliphate will be on the run. They will all evacuate from that region facing Futajelo Highland from where they come from.
Lastly, let's talk about this one. APC will lose in 2027 if Jonathan contests. What's your take on that?
I think APC, if Jonathan contests, APC will lose now. Because of course you know that everybody now, especially the North, they have actually tested big chunk of Jonathan regime, and you see that all was well with North in 2015 down to 2011 when Jonathan was president. From 2015, that North grabbed and swooped on Nigerian political power, seat of authority. The North was discovered to have been degenerating. The poorest, when you talk about wealth or prosperity rating in Nigeria, everything in the North became dilapidated. It is a region that only succumbed, believe on political powers, political gains, not based on individual effort. That's why I'm saying Dangote has his money. Dangote's money is for Dangote. And if you look at the people that are running their business, marketing Dangote products all over the world, they are people that are experts on entrepreneurship. They are people that are the most enterprising tribe in the world. These are the Igbos as well, promoting Dangote's business, thereby amassing wealth for him. But as for Dangote, I don't think he could have done it alone on his own. So what I'm trying to say is this: Jonathan is the man that will do it. If Jonathan comes, North are going to vote for him. If they not vote for him, Tribu will actually crumble. And I'm telling you that if not vote for him, Obi will build economy for Jonathan. And he will choose a very nice man from North to deputize him. This is what I know about Jonathan regime.
Thank you.